Alright, it's been a while since I made a video, and I thought this would be something different that I haven't shown before. This is an Epiphone master built that came in this week. Nice guitar. Got a lot of problems. It's got some severe belly bulge going on right here. Enough that it's cracked. A crack right here in the finish. I'm not going to fix that. Also, it's popped the bridge. The bridge has come loose on the ends, and somebody else has already tried to fix it, and they did a pretty piss poor job of it. So I'm going to have to remove the bridge. Then I'm going to try to do something about the belly bulge, which I think will make it pretty good. So first thing I wanted to do was determine exactly how much bulge I've got here, and there's quite a lot. You can see what I've done. I've just taken this straight edge and I've put, see how well it focuses here, just some change underneath on each side. I've got 2 quarters and a dime. That's just about how much bulge there is. You can see that it's pretty severe. Although some bulge is normal, but this is really messing up the guitar. So you can see the split down the center here where it's actually cracked the finish. Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is take the measurement and write it down on the gap here on each side. Alright, showing it from the side here, you get a good idea from the angle of that straight edge, that little ruler on the bridge. You can see the angle of how severe the bulge is behind the bridge. It's actually pulled that bridge up, and it's actually the middle of the bridge here is still attached to the guitar, so it's actually the bulge that's caused that. It's pretty severe. You can see the saddle leaning forward. Anyway, it's really a good problem here that we're going to try to fix. So alright, now I'm going to remove the strings and take a look inside and see if we've got any popped braces or if the bridge plate has come loose. So maybe we'll get lucky. Take a look. Okay, I've got my inspection light and that mirror down in here. I've already taken a feeler gauge and tried to slip it under the braces and the bridge plate. I don't know how well this is going to focus, but let's see how good we can get it. But there you go, there's the bridge plate, and actually, even though the belly's pretty bowed, there's not a loose brace anywhere. It's all glued really well. You can see the bridge plate right there, which is good, because now I don't have to glue under there, which is really a pain. So it's good. Onward. Alright. Whoever tried to glue this bridge plate down, it didn't work, and they used, you can see here I'm getting this feeler gauge under here where it's popped. It's pretty tight back here. And you can see I'm getting it right under here where it's popped right up on the ends. But anyway, they used super glue. They kind of made a mess over here. You can't really see it, but it's on the finish. But anyway, it didn't work. And, you know, I think what they tried to do is just to re-glue it instead of taking it all off and starting from scratch. Now the hard part is under the saddle here I've got a piezo pickup, and they probably didn't want to mess with it. Here you can see, oh yeah, take a look at the saddle. They have actually added to the bottom of the saddle, which is why it's so wobbly in the slot and leaning forward to raise it up. So, you know, after all is said and done, I still might have to give this guitar a neck reset. So we'll take a look at that later though. But anyway, down in here you can see the piezo pickup, and it is, I can lift it up here, but the wire coming through the bridge is been glued, so it won't move. Don't ask me how they got this in there to begin with, because the hole through the bridge plate is very tiny. You know, usually you slip this up through the hole and then lay it down flat in the slot. So I'm probably going to put a new pickup in here if I can't salvage this, because when I try to remove this bridge, I don't know what's going to go on with the wire. So, you know, it's getting worse. Okay, here's how it works. I've got my iron on the hot plate. I've already got it started here, and this spatula has felt on the bottom of it over here, so I don't scratch the guitar. But just in case, I have some protection here that I use. And what we do is get it hot, then work it just little by little. I don't think it's going to take a whole hell of a lot to get this bridge off, at least the ends. As you can see, I've already got the spatula most of the way under. And you just want to be careful and do not rush it. There we go. I'm just gently tweaking it under here. I'm not sure how well you can see. But there we go. You can hear it wanting to pop off. What I try to do is get it off with no breakout, no wood from the spruce top on here attached to that bridge. So you really gotta take your time and let the iron do its work. Okay, now I'm gonna put it back on the hot plate, let it heat up for a bit, come back in. Alright, I've got it under the other side now, as you can see. Now I have to be very careful here because of this pickup and the wire. So I'm just going to take my time here, let this bridge plate get hot, and I'm going to keep working it. And I have to be careful not to cut this wire. It might break anyway, because whoever glued this bridge plate on used super glue, and I think it's attached to the wire that goes through the piezo pickup, because it doesn't budge at all. And I don't know. So we'll see. I'm just going to work this slowly. Get this bridge hot. I'm just going to slowly work it. starting to get it under the main part of the bridge, but I'm just going to take my time. So anyway, I think you get the idea how it's done. I'm probably boring the heck out of you, so I'm going to continue doing this, and I'll get back to you when I get it off. Alright, I have got it just about off. You can see I'm working it with 2 spatulas here. And I'm being very careful. I'm trying to not cut the wire that's coming up through this bridge plate, this bridge. And I think I'm right at it. I think it's off. I think the only thing holding this thing down, you can see I've got this card, there we go. There it is, just come up, easy as that. That took about, I don't know, 20 or 30 minutes probably. But there she is right there. Now, see if I can move the wire up through here. It is just jammed in there, I don't get it, but we'll be working on that next. There we go, loosen it a little, I think. Anyway, there it is. Just stuck in that hole. There we go. Got a little bit of play. There we go. See, what happened was whoever glued this on did a crappy job. But they glued the wire here so that there was no movement. So I'm going to check this pickup next and make sure it still works. In fact, that's quite easy to do. See, I'll back up a little bit. Got a little battery powered amplifier. Just gonna plug it in. Still works. Awesome. Great. Okay, now what I've done, let's hope it focuses here, is down in that saddle slot I actually drilled a couple of holes, tiny holes, so that I could slip the piezo pickup back down into the guitar. So now I can work on it. Now, part of the problem why this bridge popped, well, I'm sure it probably got hot in the summer in the trunk of somebody's car or something, and that's usually what causes this problem. But the bridge popped originally because, well, I really don't like it, but the finish, you can see if I put the bridge plate on where it belongs, there's about, at least an 1/8 inch all the way around where the bridge plate was glued right over the finish. I don't know if you can see the old nines, but you can see that. So, it doesn't get as good a bond. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that all the way around, and I'm going to sand, and I'm going to scrape, and I'm going to chisel all this down nice and smooth. Same with this bottom of this bridge plate. Just going to take my time, and you can see there's very little wood came with the bridge, a little piece right here, and really that's just about it. Tiny little sliver right there. That's it. So it came off nice.